Hi everyone, this is Arad from English for Everyone, and today in this video I'm going to answer a question asked by two of my students, one called Rahman, who asked what the difference between practice and exercise is, and the other one asked what the difference between train and these two is. Well, okay, I added 7 more, and today I'm going to talk about these 7 words. They are a bit different. They all are around movement. Okay, they are all movements. If you like, they've got lots of things in common, but they are a bit different as well. And when you know the differences, then using them would be more effective. You can use, you can use them in a more effective way. And also, if you're checking an exam like, let's say, IELTS or any other one, knowing these differences will help you a lot, and then you can refrain, you can avoid repeating words, and also you can use the specific words in specific areas. Okay, not just one for all the areas. All right, so now let's get into this and just familiarize ourselves with these guys a bit more. All right, the first one is practice. Practice is getting an idea, a belief, or a method into action. Okay, when you, let's say, Christianity, for example, is a practice. Okay, so it's a set of rules, set of that's a belief system actually, and then when you work on that system, work on that rules, act upon those things, then you're practicing Christianity, for example. So practice is based on a method, is based on some instructions, is based on some rules. Okay, for example, you play a piece of music, you are actually practicing that. You're playing based on some rules, some notes, some mustn'ts. When you practice a language, you are working based on some rules, some grammar, some vocabulary, other things. Or when you practice your belief system, that is again the same thing. So practice can be for your belief system, and you pray when you do something like which is related to your belief system as well. But exercise, on the other hand, is something that you do with your body that is more physical rather than mental or something like that. So exercises are mainly things, actions, movements that are done which are related to your physique, and finally they're going to have something good for your body, for your health, for your fitness. Okay, so it's a bit different from practice now. And movement, movement is actually exercise is a kind of movement. Yeah, but not each and any movement is an exercise. Movement is any change of position. Okay, so if something is shaking, that is a kind of movement as well, but that is not called an exercise. And also, when some people go on strike or go on streets, or let's say do some sort of activities to improve, to better their something that they have in common, like their belief, I mean, their political beliefs, their artistic beliefs. When they act upon that and they change things, they try to make things better, then that is also called a movement. Okay, so if you're talking about these kind of things like a revolution, then we won't call it an exercise or a training, but we will call it a movement. Okay, so some of these have got meanings that are specific to themselves and not others, but they have got lots of things in common. Training is something that we get, let's say, in a gym or a, something like something like a gym. When you go there, someone instructs you. Okay, so instruct is the action of a training. Okay, when someone tells you how to do something, when someone teaches you how to do it, or when you teach someone how to do a certain task, a certain job, you are then trained. Okay, how to swim, how to lift, how to do exercises that you're going to do. When you get the instructions, you are being trained. Okay, so training is that process. Maneuver can be done by one person or a group of people. When a person or group of people do something, or let's say do a series of actions one after another, when they have a meaningful relation, but you can't just do any randomly. No, you have to start from task one and then two, and then you go from first to the last. Then you have done a maneuver, and that requires careful and skillful uh, actions. Okay, so let's say in the army. Okay, in the army, a group of people who had trained, who have got training, and who have practiced a lot, who have done these movements, certain set of movements, one after another, all together. They can do the maneuver. Then they can do the same thing, just like each other, identically, and you can see the maneuver going on. Okay, yeah. So in the army, in Red Cross, maybe, or other places, there's every now and then they have some maneuvers. Okay, operation. Okay, operation is like movement that has a specific meaning to itself. Operation is also has got meaning to itself, and when you go through a surgery, you can call that an operation. I had an operation on my knee. I had an operation on my, or he had an operation on his back, or something like that. So that is an area that, so a meaning that this one has got and none of the others. But operation means to be in effect, to be in act. Okay, for example, say in this area, in this mall, in this shopping center, in this I don't know, whatever it is, CCTV is in operation. Means CCTV works. Okay, and application. Application again has got a specific meaning. For example, you've got some applications on your phone, so those applications do certain jobs for you. Or when you go to a bank or post office, you get applications you have to fill in or fill out, and then you can apply through those application forms. Okay, so application can be used in this area, and also when we say, let's say there is a rule, there is a law, and this is going to, let's say, be in effect or applied after this date. Okay, when we say this is applied now, then mean it is in effect and you should follow that now. Or for example, when we want to change a negative sentence into a positive, or a affirmative one into a question, then there are some rules to apply, means to take to action, okay, to use them. All right, instruct is what the person does uh, to the, let's say, the instructor or the teacher or the trainer does to train the person. Or for example, let's say you've bought something that comes in pieces, you get the instruction, okay, and if you go through the instruction, it tells you how to put things together and make that thing like a wardrobe or even a bed, something like that, comes with instructions. So if you go through the instructions, and actually it is instructing you, okay, and telling you how to do whatever is needed. Effort. Effort is a movement, an exercise, or can be any of these, which is which needs takes time, okay, and a lot of hard work. Okay, if you do a lot of things, if you do something for a long time, then we call it effort. Okay, then we call that an effort. If you do something and get something easily, then we would never call it effort. Okay, if something is done in a day's work, okay, that's easy, that's done, okay, we would not call it an effort. But if someone does something for years or maybe for weeks or days, and a hard work without giving up, then we call that an effort. And when we want to, let's say, appreciate what people has done, we use these words this one a lot. We say we appreciate what you've done. We appreciate your efforts. All right. This can mean to put a decision into action, to put a plan into action. We have planned something, and now we are taking this to action, and that this action, this process, is called implementation. Okay. I hope this has been helpful. The explanation that I went through. You might feel that you need to work on one or couple of these ones. So then take your time, take these to your dictionary, read the whole entry of your dictionary, and look at the examples. Then it will be much more easier. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.